That's it, mate. Let it all out. Well, hello everybody! It's Cortezerino again, back playing ARK, and I'm a little bit kitted up now. We're wearing metal armour, and I haven't been on for about a week, and stuff has changed a little bit. We've got another Quetzal, big bird thing over there at Hodag's place, so I've got two of them now, and we've got another house springing up over there. I don't know who that is, but yes, I haven't done anything. I haven't been on for a week. And I wanted to come on and tinker with some raft mechanics. You see, it's not Minecraft, but I am determined to do some redstone. I'm going to try and hack the game a little bit if I can. So I want to get down there in the water. And that's a problem with ARK. There's no creative. If there was creative, I could go on there and figure out all the things I want to with rafts. But I have to do this in survival, and we got nasties everywhere. We got that big bird thing down there. I hate them, and I don't want to risk getting too close to him. So I don't know if we're building a raft down in the safe area there. We might have to gather up some resources, try not to get killed, and pick a spot, and we'll start fiddling around with them and see what we can get them to do. But first of all, I am going to go chop some wood. We're not building this one out of stone. That will take too long. Hopefully there's no beasties around. Let's just get a bunch of wood and start building. Basically, I am trying, if you haven't already figured it out, to make, if not a whale-proof raft, then a raft that's going to survive a lot longer against a whale. So he would attack one raft, hopefully, and leave the other one in peace instead of in pieces. But I imagine a whale would just go straight in and break both of them at the same time. But I just want to check on the possibility of joining rafts together. Now this is going to be tricky, and this is where I think this whole thing's going to fall apart a little bit. I want to try and join these together. It doesn't like it. Maybe that's the game saying, hey, you can't join two rafts together. We're not going to allow it. Now I'm just adding more and more stuff, hoping that it will somehow connect. But yes, I'm pretty sure this isn't going to work. If I could get these to work, if I could get these to join together, then my next step would be heading to a waterfall and driving a raft off the top of that to try and connect them. Like stack them one on top of each other and try and get the raft to be really high up in the air. But look at this. Ooh. Oh, did it place? Or is it still in my inventory? Okay, well I could collect all my materials, but I think I might just leave that there as a little point of interest for someone to come along and go, what was Cortez up to? Oh, I see what he's up to. He was failing. Alright, so I thought the episode would be about raft mechanics, but there is one last thing I want to try, and it's not going to help with my idea of linking multiple rafts. But I do want to build one and sail it off a waterfall and see what happens. Let's head back to base for the moment, and we'll try that out in a little bit later. Okay, it is about a week and a half later, and we are no longer riding Norma Jean. She met her maker to one of those big bird things, but that's in the past now. I am riding Marilyn. She is a beauty. I can't even see what level she is here, but she's, yeah, here we go, 149. So that's very nice. Enjoying this bird. I've got a few of them now, but I've been working on my base area. And this area here where I was building the raft is gone now. Both of them, they've been scavenged. It was probably Addictive G. She's set up just over there, but that's okay. I wasn't using them anymore. They were just a bit of junk. But this area's been coming in real handy because this little peninsula here is pretty safe. I can land here and get plenty of stone, and the stone hasn't loaded in yet, so you get to see if there are any beasties in the way. There's just a turtle down there. But as we fly closer, there is stone absolutely everywhere. Now, I don't have one of those cool little stone dinos, which would have been the better option. I've been coming here and chopping at this stuff with my axe. So the base renovations have taken a very, very long time. I'm kind of going at ARK backwards. Instead of getting the dinos to make things easy, I'm sort of building the base by hand first and then getting the dinos because I needed somewhere to put them. You see, the girls here have got this huge fenced off area and I didn't have anything. So I could have just built a little pen, but the builder in me wanted to make the base look nice. So I had to get the design of the thing in first. So here it comes. It's loading in. Let's look at it from the front. She's looking pretty good, I think. I've got a little extension I've started building over here. This is a taming pen, which we're going to be working on a little bit more because this door automatically opens when you fly close to it. But then getting it to open like long enough for the dino to follow me in, that was a bit tricky. So I want to try and get that door on a remote keypad. And I need electricity for that. You see, everyone else has got lights around their base. I don't have any. I just upped the gamma so I can see what I'm doing. But I used this taming pen to get Charlize Therizinosaur over here. I call her Therizon because this is a Therizinosaur or whatever it's called. What is it called? A Therizinosaur. I was correct. And she is coming in very handy. I got her for revenge, basically, because this dino has been killing all of my dinos. Norma Jean fell at the hands of one of these things. So I got her for revenge, but she's very good at gathering wood. So I was upping her weight so she could carry a lot more wood, but she's also kind of turned into my battle mount. So we saw a couple of raptors out there earlier. I've been upping her health a little bit because the last thing I want to do is have her get herself killed, but she's been coming in very, very handy. Where are those raptors? Are you an alpha raptor? If you're an alpha, I don't want anything to do with you. Yeah, I don't know what you are. Let's whip out my little telescope. Well, I can see some poop. Where did you go? Stop moving. There it is, there it is. Level 12. That's nothing. Alright, Charlize, we're going to take out the trash, darling. She's not even that high a level. She's about 87 or something like that. Great for gathering wood. One swipe of the tree and that does the trick. But she is fantastic for gathering meat. I had so much trouble getting... look at that, dead already. 24 raw meat, 17 hide off that one. I had so much trouble getting a lot of meat because I'd have to get a bowler out and trap a dino and then hack him away with my sword. But this girl just walks around and destroys everything she comes in contact with. And she harvests a ton of meat off things. Look, I got a little... I'm getting attacked by insects now. Kill the insects. Are they dead? Yeah, that wasn't even fair. Ah, more insects. Gosh, ah! This is why the dinosaurs... Get it, it's on my bum. we gotta turn around. Where is it? This is why the dinosaurs went extinct, by the way. In what world are these little bugs ever going to defeat me on this thing? And yet they're still attacking. Ooh, that raptor dropped something. Any more raptors hanging around? Let's get off. This is the dangerous part of ARK, when you get off your dinosaur. What do you have for me? All rubbish. No, thank you. Let's get back to safety on my big bird. Yeah, so all these... Look, this little thing over here. If I gave him half a chance, he would attack me. How stupid is that, though? He's obviously going to get killed. So I think all the little dinosaurs just kept on attacking all the big dinosaurs until there was just one big dinosaur left and he had nothing left to eat. So I have solved dinosaur extinction. So she is no T-Rex, but she's coming in very, very handy. Very hard to tame too. The torpidity keeps going down. Like, you got to keep them unconscious to tame them, and she's very hard to keep unconscious. Here we go. Lovely raptor egg, bit of poo. So I've got a raptor here, Miley Cyrus. She's a hot date. I basically got her just as a poop machine and an egg machine. Got my little pesky Pomeranian here, pretty high level. another poop machine. I don't really have any use for that. And I think Cherry and El Smasho, nothing's changed here. We'll pick up the poop. This has changed. I'm starting to do some farming. Another reason that I've been mining tons and tons of stone. Like, this is a couple of weeks worth, a week and a half worth of stone mining just to get this fence around the place. Just so I could put my little greenhouse in somewhere. So this is coming along very nicely. What do we got in here, guys? Come on, work buttons. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong button. That would probably be the problem. So yes, lots and lots of food. I used that to tame Charlize. And we've got all our compost bins going here because you need fertilizer for that to get the plants growing. Very nice. So back in the air again, just to get a bit more of a look at the base. You can see I've got these ramps going up the side here, which is pretty cool if I want to get to the roof to shoot at something in my taming pen over here. Or if I eventually get a Quetzal, which I really, really need to get. That's getting a Quetzal's the key to getting a lot of other dinos. And I'm sure I could borrow someone else's, but I would be terrified of getting the thing killed. So, and taming a Quetzal's kind of a two-person job. So I'm going to have to team up with someone eventually to try and get one of them. But these ramps weren't actually intentional. I was just building and building, and that just turned out looking the best. But they're pretty handy. So if we come in the front door, on our left, we've got empty space. So there's not much going on here, but there's room for me to put stuff if I really want to. So kind of small rooms, but yes, if I end up opening up this whole area, it'll look a lot cooler. But this is just a mirror image of what I've got on the other side. And let me through, you dopey thing. So I've got a fabricator here that's sort of unpowered. I've got to get some gasoline into it, and every time I want to use the thing. But if we come up here, here's the control room. So I kind of like having everything nice and close. Like, it looks cramped in here, and it is. But when you're moving metal around, like if I want to pick up a ton of metal that I've been smelting in this thing, as soon as I pick it up, I can't move. So it's good to have everything nice and close. And I love this setup here. I've got all my storage. So I probably don't have a lot in the stone containers here. No, I don't. But if we have a look at our wood, which is in this one, tons and tons from Charlize. But I really like having all my storage right here, and then all my crafting stuff in front. And here's something I didn't know, I only just figured out. These mortar and pestles, you can set them to make something and then walk away. I thought you had to stand here with the thing open, so I've been doing one thing at a time, and it's taken forever. What I didn't know is you could start grinding something in this, like making narcotics, and then start another one right next to it. So I got 3 of those little babies now. But what we're trying to do today is my taming room. So here we go. I might turn my gamma down a little bit. This is why I have no lights. You can just adjust the light level. But so I want to be able to bring dinos in through this door. Let's hope there's nothing nasty out here while I stick my head out. No, we're okay. So I want them to follow me in here, and then I basically run behind these pillars, and the big dinos can't get to me, and I can shoot them. And if I bring a little dino in here, then I can go up to the roof and knock him out from there. But the thing is, these doors don't stay open long enough. So when I brought Charlize in here, I basically had to stand here until she well and truly attacked me. In one swipe, she broke all my armor, and then hope that I could get to these pillars before she wiped me out. So what I want to do is get some electricity going, get a remote keypad so I can keep those doors open, and once they're in there, just hit a button and close the doors and lock them in place. So for that, I need electricity, and I need this bad boy. So I've got it now. It's an electrical generator. I've got plenty of fuel for it, and we're going to hook up some piping and stuff and electrify my base. But let's show you another thing I figured out. Now, where am I keeping this stuff? I keep forgetting what does what in this place. Still a noob. Here we go. So we might do an oil run, because we need oil to make gasoline, and gasoline's going to run that electrical generator. And if I have it running all the time, which I will do because I'll upgrade these preserving bins to fridges, I'm going to need a lot of gasoline. And oil was a resource that I was having trouble getting, but I've found the perfect place to get it now. Now I've got to make sure I got food on me before we go get oil because my hunger's going to go up really quickly. But I haven't shown you the entirety of the base yet, so let's climb up here. I've got a little room up the top here, just for whatever I decide to put in here. Maybe some dodos. We'll get some dodo eggs. And if we run across the rooftop, I've got another little room here that's only accessible from the roof. Again, just for maybe little dinos getting eggs, some sort of kibble arrangement. Kibble's what I need to tame dinos quicker because it takes forever at the moment. Let's get down here and let's go get some oil. Yeah, flying around on these pteranodons, especially with Norma Jean, it was a touch scary because I don't do the slow flying. I'm sprinting at the moment, so my stamina goes down really quickly. Slow flying is just not for me. But that meant I had to keep landing all the time, and sometimes there wouldn't be a very good spot to land. There'd be nasties everywhere. Just had to land to get the stamina to come back up. But Marilyn here is a little beauty. I've got a movement speed pumped all the way up. I've got a weight pumped up so she can carry a fair bit. And her stamina is really good. So this sprint I'm doing now on Norma Jean would have taken about 2 landings to get all this distance. So this is where I was going for oil. There's a couple of little spouts of it in the water around here. You can just see right there some oil coming to the surface. So you'd have to go into the water and hack away at it with a pickaxe. Problem is there are megalodons in the water, so you'd have to have a look around for any big sharks. So I would have been safe to go in there and grab that oil. But it took forever. So I know of, I think, 3 along this coast. But I'd come along here and 2 of them, or maybe all 3 of them, would have megalodons circling around. And I just couldn't get to it. So getting oil was a little bit difficult. There's another one. See, megalodon right there. I would have had to try and kill it. 2 megalodons. I think I just would have kept on flying with that one. But I have found the perfect area that everyone else probably has known about forever, but I didn't know, and it's up the coast here. It's a fair way, but we can get there. Now, this part of the coast that we're coming up on, I really like this. So if, like I know most of the guys are building starter bases, and then they're going to move off to the center of the map where all the metal is. If I move, I may move up to here. Like over here's the perfect base location. Someone's built a little house. I'm not sure if it's a permanent structure. I might find out at some stage, but I think for me, this might be a really nice base area. Although I think by the time I'm ready to move, I think I could go a bit scarier than this. This looks a little bit too easy, but it's nice and close to the volcano. And a pretty little waterfall, so I like this area. Ooh, someone's building a base. Okay, it seems it has been taken. What's going on here? There's a sign, and there's also nasties. So it looks like that spot's been taken. But there are other spots up here in the frozen waste that I quite like. And that's where we're about to head. But this spot here is very interesting. See, I need to upgrade. Let's just land and get a little bit of stamina back. Hopefully there's no nasties around here. We'll keep an eye out. I need to upgrade to a different animal. I don't know the words. And Argentavis or something. We're about to see some. It's a big bird. They're a lot better than these pteranodons. And last time I was here, I saw a whole bunch of them flying around this spot. Here we go. So I'd only previously seen them up in the mountains, but I think this is where I'm going to try and tame one, because I need to build like a taming pen that I've got at my base and try and get one of these birds inside of it to tame it. And there's plenty of area around here for building, and it's not super scary, and I could build something permanent here, whereas up on the hills I wouldn't want to build it permanently because we're avoiding building in the hills just because if you put too many structures there, all the goodness, all the metal and stuff won't respawn. But this is where we're coming. Another possible base location over here on this little outcrop of land. And I wouldn't mind living in the frozen waste. But you can see down the bottom right-hand corner of my screen, I am freezing right now. It's not too bad for me because I upped my fortitude. When we go up levels, you can add to your fortitude, makes you resist the cold a lot better, heat and cold. And I've done that, but my hunger and health is going to go down slowly while I'm here. But this is why we're here. Look at this. These are big towers of oil. And there are no beasties on this island. It is perfectly safe. You can't stay forever because of the freezingness. Come on, land. Thank you. But this is where I'm getting all my oil from now. It's so luxurious. It's a bit glitchy when you hack at it. It's disappeared on me, but yes, this is much, much better than messing with the megalodons in the water. Okay, we're back at base now, and I have encountered my second failure for the episode. I couldn't get the raft to work, so I thought, we'll make the episode about the remote keypad. And I don't have enough electronics because I need silica pearls to make that, and I've raided all the beaver dams, and I've got to wait for them to get rebuilt. So yeah, bit of an episode failure. So we're going to leave it here, guys. I'm going to try and get that taming pen up and running with the remote controlled door. And I think we're also going to try and tame an Argentavis so we can fly around on a cool bird. And oh yeah, I'm wearing wolf's head. So that's it from me, guys. See you later.